Are these high interest rates, these lawsuits, big corporations buying your CRM, bringing you down? Well, here's the deal. Everyone is distracted. You have 45 days from right now to dial it in and not forget your 2023 goals and not start focusing on 2024 because that's 45 days away. So let's focus in. Let's finish these 45 days and let's change your business this year, moving into next year. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I have mentioned this several times, but it frustrates me that everyone is so focused on business planning for 2024. That clock hit November, the clock's turned back in most states, and now everyone's like, I'm doing this, I'm going to focus on 2024. That's not what we do here. I'm Jeremy Kane, the Real Estate Agent Playbook, and we're going to give you a blueprint for success to dive into the rest of 2023 and not give up on those goals that we spent so much time. Please like, comment, subscribe. I provide information like this, marketing ideas, all the strategies. I bring on other agents, and I would love to have you in my community. We're also on the podcast if you're on the road and you would like to tune in that way. Check that out. Share it with your favorite real estate agent. But let's get into it because we got 45 days left and I don't want to waste any time. Let's just face these headlines head on, right? Are they going to affect our business today, right now, anything? Sure. Adjust any practices that you might need based on the buyer's commission lawsuit. Adjust your CRM if you were with Follow Up Boss and you don't want to be under the new ownership, which I wouldn't be if I were you. And let's put that behind us. Everyone else is going to be focused on that. So what's that mean for you? That's opportunity. And I know that I have goals that are still left open ended that I set back last year, and I want to get them. I want to continue to strive for them. I may come up a little bit short due to unforeseen circumstances, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I give it my all and make sure that I give those goals the credit they're due. My mentor Mike Sherrard said the other day, he said, if you are giving up now on your 2023 goals, you're taking 1/6 of the year and throwing it away. Think about if we did that. Every 6 years, you'd waste an entire year of going to reach your goals and achieving those dreams. And think about how far that puts us behind. If you know anything about our industry, it does take time to build momentum and get things going. Obviously, if you put a house under contract today, you probably will close by the end of the year. But if you put a contract under, in 30 days, it'll probably roll into the next year. And there's nothing that says that January 1st is like, the end all be all, right? We still have the business. It's a continuum and we need to start treating it like that. But I'm over the fact that everyone's like, 2024 business plan, I got it done. I'm deadline focused. And here's the deal. I don't want to say don't take a weekend or don't take a couple hours to build that out. That is important. Myself, I wait to the very end of December to make that happen because I'm going to give 2023 everything I can. And so that's what I'm going to do. And so here's the deal. How do we build momentum? Obviously, we're continuing to dial it in, do all the things that we've done, but how are we going to make these holiday transactions the best? I've had great months in December, closing 5 and 6 and 7 transactions. I've also had, at the beginning of time, I used to take the whole month off. So how are we going to dial in our strategies? How are we going to be ultra focused? And here's the deal. There's a lot of distractions, but there's also a lot of people taking time off. I saw a real estate agent that said she was going on vacation for a month because it's traditionally slow. See you later. I'm going to be here on the ground working. Also, Thanksgiving is one day. Christmas is one day, maybe 2. New Year's is one day. Do we need to take an entire week around them? Certainly. Spend time with your family. It is a little bit slower time. Please don't blow up your clients and say, Christmas dinner's over. Let's go look at the house. I'm not saying that, but understand that if you zero in and focus your family time on the actual holidays and the day around it or whatever, and you don't expand those into a week, you can really focus and you can get a lot done. As Ed Milet talks about winter in the economy or your industry, and how they often talk about like the tortoise and the hare and how people stop, right? And winter they freeze. They're like, oh man, panic, what's going on? This happened, a bunch of things I can't control happened, and I'm gonna freeze until we figure it out. Well, if you just keep running maybe jog, maybe pay attention, maybe proceed with caution. But if you are keeping running, you're gaining ground. Eventually, you're going to pass the competition. And that's what we're doing here. So if we're focused on this, we're going to dive into strategies, right? We're going to make sure that we are executing at the very highest level, okay? Reaching out and connecting and doing the things. And, we need to make sure that we're having this conversation. Boom, I'm going to start scripting it out. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to put it into practice right now. I'm not going to wait till the lawsuits come down. I'm going to make sure that I am above board with everything I do with the commissions, right? And so you kind of build that into your business, but keep running, keep going, and keep putting in the time. If you put 40 hours a week in over every single week until the end of the year, I promise you that you will be making an impact on your business. So right now, take a look. Put that 2024 business plan aside. Look back at your 2023 goals. What can you do to get a little bit closer? And certainly some may be out of reach, but how can you do it closer, right? If you get 2/3 of the way instead of half of the way, you are absolutely doing something special. And so is there anything you can do, right? Is there a list you can call that, is on your prospects list and you just, have kind of let it be and you haven't followed up? Is there something you can do to get those rolling? Because here's the deal, in this time, you could have an upper hand in negotiation and, wait, rates just went down. Let's make this happen. And so you need to be adaptive. You need to make sure you're available. You need to make sure you're spending time in your business right now. But I would put those goals back on the front of, your desk or in front of you and put the 2024 ones behind. And obviously there will come a time where we can changing of the guard and switch that out. But let's get this done right now in 2023. And right now, let's join in the conversation. What are you doing? If you need accountability groups, let's bring this community together and get going. So stay on it, stay on track. We're going to talk about what you can do in the holidays in the next video. But right now, I just want you to take a refocus point, look at those goals, dial it in, see what you can reach. Maybe set some micro goals that you're going to reach in the next 45 days, because this is the time where you can gain market share. And I promise you that. And if they don't close by the end of the year, okay. But if they're ready to roll because of the work you do now into the next year, that's where we're at. You can attribute that closing next year to that 2023 goal, to staying focused and really diving in while everyone else is reading the headlines, while everyone else is freaking out because buyer's agents are never going to get paid again, according to some, right? You can focus in, dial in your systems, make sure you're ultra focused on your goals, and we will get it done. So if you're doing something special, if you need that support, let's build this community out. Comment below, DM me if you're listening on the podcast. I'd be happy to help and happy to motivate as we move forward and absolutely take advantage of this last 45 days, a little under 1/6, as I mentioned earlier. Like, comment, subscribe to this. I hope that this helps and this motivates you to go out and knock it out of the park for the next 45 days. And if you do, I would love to hear about it. So send me an email, send me a DM, shoot me a text and say, hey, I listened to this podcast or this video and this is what I did, and thank you. That would make my day. That's why I do what I do. I hope that helps, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.